Capricorn, this is Joanna from Tarot with Joanna, here to do another reading. Hello, hello, hello. So Capricorn, in today's reading, I am going to give you two of the Denise Lynn Oracle cards, going to do your reading and then clarify it. So let us get started. All right, Capricorn, see what's going on for you. Take what resonates with you, Capricorn, and leave the rest. Capricorn, whenever you see this reading will be the right time for you to see the reading, whether it's a new post or an old post, or it's from 2 years from now. Whenever you see the reading, it was meant for you to see it. Okay, so let's do this. All right, this is for Capricorn spirit for their highest good. Okay, two cards for Capricorn. It's nice. All right, Capricorn, so you have impasse, reflect and redirect your energy. Wow. So really change the way you're feeling, the way you're thinking. Really try to change your energy. Think positive in everything, you guys, okay? Don't give up. Really don't give up, okay? You also have all is possible. Choosing your path, all is possible. Definitely. You know, you could be on any path right now. You know, you're trying to go in a different direction, and I feel like you just need to really think about everything, okay? Anything is possible. You know, you could just, you know, quit your job and become a movie star. You know, never know. Anything is possible. So just know, okay? Have faith. Keep your faith that anything is possible. All right, so Capricorn, let's do this. This is going to be for Capricorn for their highest good. This is for Capricorn. One card for the current. One for the situation. One for the past. One for what's hidden. One for the hopes and fears. Wow. One for the what you need to do now. One for what you need to work on. And the outcome. Okay. All right. So you start off with the Eight of Cups. The Eight of Pentacles. The Eight of Pentacles is talking about, you know, you've been working very hard, you know, making all the effort to continue to work. I feel like you're going to reach that material success. For you not to give up, okay? Don't give up on anything. You have the Six of Swords here for the situation. Six of Swords is talking about leaving something behind. You know, it could be any obstacle. It could be, you know, just things that you were going through. Leaving things, you're going to leave things behind, okay? So then you have the Queen of Cups here for the past. The Queen of Cups is saying that you're very compassionate. Have compassion, rather. Have compassion and forgiveness. Use your intuition. Trust your intuition. You have the Knight of Cups here. They want you to follow your heart, Capricorn. Really follow your heart. Make decisions from your heart also. Ace of Swords is here. There's a truth that you need to see or speak about. There's also a new beginning here trying to come through. But I feel like you're going to have clarity. You're going to have breakthroughs coming in. You have the King of Cups here for the what you need to work on, what you need to do now. Talks about, you know, keeping your emotions balanced, you know, really making sure that you're not taking it out on somebody, you know, how you're feeling. You have the Knight of Pentacles here. You know, just try not to control everything, okay? You can't, okay? So like, just go with the flow, let everything come in and find your patience. You have the Knight of Swords here. The Knight of Swords is talking about not rushing into anything, you know, even though, you know, you're going to be feeling excited and happy, you know, try not to rush into anything. Try to really think about things before you start doing anything or obligating yourself to anything, okay? Wow. All right. Alrighty. Have patience for everything, you guys. Have patience. All right. So Capricorn, See what's going on in your reading. Take what resonates with you, Capricorn, and leave the rest. Eight of Pentacles. Why is the Eight of Pentacles here? Knight of Wands and the Ten of Pentacles. Wow, nice. Very, very nice. All right, so you do have the King of Wands here, so it's good. This is a really nice card. You know, you've been working very hard. You know, you're going to reap the material success that you want. I feel like there is, you could be like learning a new trade for a different position in your career. I do feel like all the efforts are going to be paid off and you're going to reach that material success because you not only do you have that card, but you do have the Ten of Pentacles, and that just shows me that there is abundance coming in for you. So it's nice. You're going to have enough wealth for what you want to do, your family, your loved ones. And then you also have the King of Wands here, and the King of Wands is asking you to find your courage to move forward. You know, don't just stay in the same place always, you know, over and over. Try to move forward, you know, because I feel like you're trying really hard to establish yourself, but you know, it's like the same thing over and over. Even though, you know, you want all this material success, they want you to find your courage to move forward, you know, because you're like a leader. You know, you lead the way. You know how to create things, make things happen. Maybe you need to start like to reach your goals or put your dreams into motion now. Okay, so wow, that's big. So wow, it's very nice, very nice. And then you have the Six of Swords. And why is the Six of Swords here? One more card. Wow. So you have the Six of Wands here, and you have the Tower card. So things are definitely changing for you, Capricorn. You're definitely leaving things behind. You're going to better times, you know, calmer water. These people, they jumped into the boat. They don't want to deal with things anymore. They don't want to go with the drama. They don't want to deal with any of these obstacles that are in their way. They just want to go to a better place that's peaceful, that's happy, you know, and that's you, okay? And you will, definitely. You have the Six of Wands here, and the Six of Wands is talking about victory and success, you know, being recognized for everything that you're doing. I feel like there's success here, a lot of success. And then you also have the Tower, and things are changing. Things are going to change very fast for you. Things have to change, and in order for us to move forward, it's just a given. Things are going to change for the better, and I feel like there's going to be happiness and success here. So it's good, very nice. This is something you wanted for a long time. You have the Queen of Cups here, and the Queen of Cups is talking about taking care of yourself, you know, having that compassion and forgiveness, and really trusting your intuition, okay? And I do feel like it's now, because you also have the Knight of Cups here, and they're asking you to follow your heart. Why is the Knight of Cups here? For what's hidden? One more card. You have the Three of Wands, and you have the Hangman. Wow, nice. So, like I said, you know, you have the Knight of Cups here. The Knight of Cups is talking about following your heart. Really follow your heart, okay? Follow your heart, you know, listen to it, trust your decisions, make your decisions through your heart. You know, have that compassion and forgiveness no matter what, okay? Because you need to. They want you to move forward from anything that has been keeping you back. Pay attention to all these signs that you're receiving, like 333, 222. You know, those are angel signs. So you're being very guided here. I feel like you need to look at things differently also. You know, really look at everything differently. You know, let go of the past and just keep moving forward and have patience for everything. You do have the Three of Wands, and you already know that you want to move forward. I do feel like there is some kind of partnership here. I feel like there's achievements that you're going to create. I feel like there's a lot of good things coming in that's pushing you forward. So it's nice. Like this Tower here is going to change a lot to push you forward. So it's good. This is very nice. Really have patience for everything though, okay? You need that patience. You need that compassion. You need that forgiveness. Really open your heart. You have the Ace of Swords here. And why is the Ace of Swords? For Capricorn. One more card. You have the King of Swords, and you have the Three of Swords. Okay, so so with the King of Swords here, I feel like there was a truth here that you had to see. because you also have the Ace of Swords here, and this is all about, like, you know, seeing the truth. There was a truth that you had to see. There was something that you had to really speak about. Maybe you spoke about the truth. Maybe you had to see the truth in things. You know, there was something here about having a truth being come out. But I also feel like you had a lot of clarity. Like you had a lot of clarity. You understood. You're understanding why everything went the way it went. With the King of Swords, I feel, you know, you're very powerful. You're very stern. You know how to handle all these things. You know, you're very strong-willed. No matter what, you're going to be able to go through anything that comes your way, because not only do you have that card, but you have the Three of Swords. Three of Swords is talking about an open wound, a hurt, you know. Maybe it was a painful truth that you had to see. Maybe it was like you were connecting the dots and you were seeing, wow, you know, I can't believe it happened this way. And I can't believe, you know, I feel so much hurt, you know. Whatever it is, your emotions are going to be very high. So just know that. Something's coming in. So be prepared for that. But with the King of Swords, I do feel like you're going to be able to handle it, because you're very strong-willed, you're very stern, you know how to do things, you know. Just don't keep it inside, you know. Cry about it, let these emotions come in, you know, journal about it, whatever it is, because remember what I always say, you know, if you don't let these emotions come out, it's going to be stuck within you, and then it's going to keep trying to come out, keep trying. You're going to have these moments where you're just going to be like so frustrated, and it's going to leave you, you know, it's going to leave you to the point where you're not going to want, you know, like, you're not going to want to love anymore. You're not going to want to, because you're going to be afraid to be hurt, and you don't want that. Okay. So really, really, just know your emotions are going to be high. Then you have the King of Cups, and what you need to do now. Why is the King of Cups here? One more card. Wow. Wow. Okay. So, really have patience for everything. Okay. When you see everything, when you're doing everything, really have patience. Because you have the Two of Wands here, and Two of Wands is saying that you're making plans to move forward, and you are. You know, you just need that patience. Okay. There's a decision that you could be making. I feel like you need to really keep your emotions in control. Really keep them balanced. Okay. Because, you know, don't get angry at anybody. Don't go and take it out on anybody that had nothing to do with it. Also, I feel like there is definitely a new person coming in your life. It could be a love interest, a new love interest, or it could be just a person coming in. You know, but there's somebody here. I feel like you're going to be more creative. I feel like you're going to have a lot of ideas. I feel like you're going to start new projects also. But I also feel like you're going to see things differently. A lot of things differently. You're very divinely guided, Capricorn. Even though you think you're not, you are. Then you have the Knight of Pentacles. Why is the Knight of Pentacles here for Capricorn? Wow. So you really need to start seeing things clearly, okay? Really look at things, okay? Like really step back and see things differently. Because you have the Knight, you also have the Hangman here. Where is it? Oh, the Hangman is up here. Okay, so with the Knight of Pentacles, you know, let everything come in. Don't rush anything. Don't try to control anything either. Just find your patience and let everything come in, okay? Because, you know, you have been working very hard. The universe sees that. God sees that. Whoever you pray to sees that, and you will reap the rewards. You just have to have patience. It's in divine timing, okay? It really is. There's also a new beginning here. There's a new beginning coming. It's here, you know, already. So, oh no, a new beginning's coming in. Okay. And then you have the Seven of Pentacles. You know, look at things differently. I feel like you're trying to figure out your next move. I feel like you're going to have this abundance, and you're going to try to figure out what you want to do next. Because it's here. Really look at things differently, okay? Try your best. But leave the anger behind, because you still have the Five of Swords. The Five of Swords is making you, you're going to be feeling angry. You're going to be feeling frustrated. You're going to be feeling anxiety. They want you to try to leave that behind. Find your calmness. Find your patience, okay? Because you need to do that, Capricorn. Wow. And then you have the Knight of Swords for the outcome. And why is the Knight of Swords here? One more card. So you have the Page of Wands and the Seven of Cups. There's definitely a decision that you're trying to make, you contemplate. Not only are you trying to make it, but they're asking you not to rush into things, okay? Because you do have the Seven of Cups here. You know, the Seven of Cups is talking about being real with the decisions that you're trying to make. Like, you know, if you're not going to be able to afford it, then don't buy it. If you're not going to be able to do it, then don't do it. You know, really look at your decisions objectively. You know, really look at them. Do your research on it, and don't rush into them either. Right now we're into retrograde, the retrograde right now, and you know, really see things twice, okay, before you start doing anything. You do have the Page of Wands here, and the Page of Wands is talking about opportunities, you know, being open, you know, keeping your faith, keeping your optimism about things, you know, not giving up, and not saying, well, I'm not never gonna get it, you know, thinking negative. Really think positive in everything. Don't rush into anything, because you have this card, the Knight of Swords. The Knight of Swords is asking you, take your time with things, you know. Don't just go and write your name somewhere. Really double check any contracts. Really look at things differently. Really be objective, you guys, because there's something here that you need to really look over. Okay. Wow. There's a lot here, Capricorn. There's a lot of change coming through, and your emotions are going to be very high. Just remember that you are definitely going to go through a lot. Okay. Don't make quick decisions. Really look at things. Change your energy. Think positive in everything. Have compassion for everything that's going on in your life, you know, because you are definitely moving forward, but it's taking time, okay? And remember, there's a lot of change coming in. Let go of that anger. All right, so Capricorn, I hope you enjoyed this reading. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And I'll see you next time. God bless.